Hey, it's Ahmed Junaid here, network and a security architect, double CCI and a CCTV. Let me start with a slightly uncomfortable question. If a stranger quietly slipped into your Wi-Fi tonight, would they land in one small room of your digital life or in your entire mansion? Most people I talk to say things like, my router has a password, I am fine, I've got antivirus, or I use a VPN, I am safe. And honestly, I get it. It feels safe. But in the world I work in, banks, governments, large enterprises, I've learned something very different. Feeling safe and actually being safe are two completely different things. Today, I want to give you a new way to think about your Wi-Fi, your home network, and even your small business network without drowning you in jargon. By end of this video, you will see why most networks are built like open plan warehouses, why that makes life easy for attackers, and how a simple mindset shift, thinking in rooms, not just Wi-Fi, can completely change your level of protection. So let's dive in. I want you to imagine your digital life as a house. Inside that house, you have got your phone, your partner's phone, your kids' tablets and gaming consoles, and even your smart TV, your work laptop with client data and emails, and all your smart cameras, doorbells, Alexas, printers and gadgets. Now here's how most people's Wi-Fi actually works. All of these devices are sitting in one giant hall. No rooms, no internal doors, just one big open space. If an attacker breaks in through one weak point, maybe an old camera with outdated firmware, or a dodgy app on a tablet, they are not just looking at that one device, they can often start exploring the entire hall. That means your family photos, your saved passwords, and your work documents, your kids' devices, everything is in the same digital room. And we are standing there saying, yeah, but my Wi-Fi has a password, so I am okay. You see the problem? And honestly, one pattern, it keeps showing up. I've spent years designing and fixing networks for banks, government departments, and critical infrastructure. The organizations that divide their networks into smart, separate rooms recover from cyber attacks much faster than the ones that leave everything flat and open. Now imagine two companies, Company A and Company B. Company A, their network is one big open hall, whereas Company B, their network is sliced into rooms and sections. When something bad happens, Company A is scrambling, trying to figure out what else the attacker touched, what else is compromised, and who else was affected. And Company B can say, okay, it's contained to this one room, it hurts, but the damage stops here. That difference isn't just technical, it's the difference between a painful incident and a full-blown crisis. And the exact same principle applies to home networks and even small businesses. So now let me challenge a belief a lot of us have. If I want to be more secure, I need more stuff, more gadgets, more boxes, and even more tools. Well, in my experience, the people who sleep best at night, they don't always have more gadgets. They have better boundaries. As network engineers, we call this segmentation. But let's just forget the word and focus on the idea. Imagine your digital house laid out like this, a work zone. That's where your work laptop, maybe your business phone, anything that touches clients' money or sensitive data. Then kids zone, tablets, consoles, YouTube games, all the fun stuff, but not connected to your work files. And an IoT zone, cameras, doorbells, smart plugs, smart TV, all the smart gadgets that are helpful but not always secure. And finally, a guest zone, where friends or visitors use your Wi-Fi. They get internet, but not a free tour of your digital house. Same internet, same router, same Wi-Fi icon on your phone, but if something goes wrong, a hacked camera stays in that IoT room, a compromised guest device stays in that guest room, and your work laptop and family photos are in different rooms, not standing in the fire path. And that's segmentation. That's the power of rooms. Now you might be thinking, Ahmed, this sounds great, but I don't want my life to become complicated. I just want everything to work. And honestly, that's fair. We've been trained to believe that more security means more pain, more clicks, more access denied, and that used to be true, but the world has moved on now. The real dream is this. Netflix still works, WhatsApp still works, banking apps still work. Your kids, they still watch cartoons and play games without any noise, and on surface, nothing feels different. But underneath, Your network is behaving like a modern smart hotel. Different floors, different rooms, and different key cards and different access levels. You don't feel the complexity, you just feel the peace of mind. There is a phrase you are going to keep hearing. That is zero trust. And I know it sounds like a buzzword, but the idea is actually very simple. We used to think like this: if you are inside a network, we trust you. But zero trust says just because you are inside doesn't mean we trust you. You still have to prove who you are and that you should be allowed to do what you are asking to do. In everyday life, you already see this. Your banking app asks for a fingerprint or face ID. Your email sends you a one-time code. Some websites ask for extra verification when you log in from a new device, and that's zero trust in action. Now imagine that mindset applied to your whole network. Kids' devices are allowed to do kids' things. Not access your work files. Cameras and IoT gadgets can talk to the internet, but they are not allowed to rummage through your laptop. Guest devices only see the guest Wi-Fi, not your internal devices. Every door has a purpose. Every connection has a reason. If an attacker gets in, they don't just stroll through your digital mansion, they actually hit door after door and after door. So where do you actually start? You don't need to become an engineer overnight. Here are some simple steps you can take. Step 1. Turn on your guest Wi-Fi. Most modern routers have a guest network option. Put your visitors and, if you like, even your own kids' devices on that guest network. Step 2. Separate your critical devices. Keep your work laptop on the main network with a strong password and two-factor authentication, and avoid connecting random untrusted devices to that same network. Step 3. Group the riskiest stuff if your router supports it. Create a separate Wi-Fi name for cameras, smart plugs, TVs, your IoT gadgets, and think of it as your IoT room. Step 4. Keep things updated. Update your router's firmware, your cameras, your apps. And trust me, a lot of compromises happen simply because something was left old and unpatched. These are basic steps, but they start moving you from one big hole to a house with actual rooms and doors. And that shift matters. So why am I, someone who designs networks for big organizations, talking about your home Wi-Fi and your kids' tablets? Because networks are not just cables and boxes anymore. They are where our lives live, our memories, our money, our work, our kids' first photos and videos. All of it flows through these invisible systems. And I've seen what happens when we leave those systems as one big open space. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for your family or for your business. I want you to have a network that quietly has your back. A home where your kids can be online without you constantly panicking. And a business that doesn't fall apart because one device got compromised. That's the dream I am selling you today. Digital peace of mind. If this video made you pause for a second and think, wow, my Wi-Fi really is just one big open hole, then here's what I'd like you to do. Drop the word rooms in the comments and tell me one thing in your digital life you'd most like to protect. And if you want a follow-up video where I show step by step how to turn your Wi-Fi into rooms using real-world examples, make sure you follow, subscribe and hit the like button so you don't miss it. I am Ahmed Junaid, double CCIE and a CCDE, but more importantly, someone who wants networks to protect real people, not just impress other engineers. Take care of yourself, take care of your network, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.